How do I explain this? This girl Elysium, which by the way, crazy name, sounds like a Harry Potter spell, is returning home from a jog when she is suddenly attacked by some random guy. This nigga out here giving unsuspecting women behind hugs. How did you not see this conspicuous ass nigga right in front of you? He damn near came around the corner the same time as you. Elysium's dad comes to the rescue and chases after the hooded man. This nigga running like he wants to be caught. Elysium's dad catches the guy and they struggle for a little bit until the hooded man pulls a gun and puts a round through the dad's neck. That's what you get for being a hero, buddy. He dead. 6 months later, Elysium is living with her aunt and she notices a family moving into the house next door. Jake helps Tori move in boxes while he commends Tori on being a good wife to his brother Rio and a good stepmom to his nephew Gunner. Meanwhile, Rio and Gunner play catch with a football in the backyard.
Come on, son. Oh.
This makes me disappointed as a father. I don't even have kids.
Hit me with that fade. Hit me with that fade. I need it up high. Let's go.
Damn it, boy. I would have put that little nigga up for adoption. The football ended up in Elysium's backyard, so she brings it back to the new family and introduces herself. And Rio doesn't even try to hide the fact that he's attracted to her.
Wow, I've never heard that name before.
Yeah, it's Greek. It means heaven.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Huh.
Dude, your wife is right there. Elysium mentions that she has a track scholarship, by the way. She runs the 100-meter dash. Don't forget that. The 100-meter dash. After some small talk and some drive-by harassment from her ex-boyfriend, Elysium decides to head home. The homewrecker energy is off the charts. The next day, Rio goes to the backyard to fix the shower? Why is there a shower in the backyard? Am I too poor to understand this? The shower turns on while Rio is fixing it, and this nigga acts like he's never seen water in his life. He strips off his shirt, which I'm positive he stole off an Old Navy mannequin, and stands under the running water because at this point I think he likes getting wet. Take that statement however you want. I said what I said. While all this is going down, Elysium is just peeking over the fence at Rio. I'm starting to think this girl got some real creeper tendencies for someone who was previously a victim. Later that night, Elysium has a dream about her attacker, who is Rio. Wait, if Rio's face is in her dream, does that mean she saw his face when she was being attacked that night? And if that's the case, why didn't she give the police a description of him? And why didn't she freak out as soon as she saw Rio when she brought the football over? She wakes up in distress and her aunt comes to comfort her. Sometimes that's all you need. Just an Aunt Jemima type lady rocking you to sleep while she hums softly in your ear. And I mean, next scene, Elysium runs into Rio at school, and it turns out Rio is taking classes there because he's still working on his bachelor's degree. This girl got this nigga to enroll back into college. Elysium talks to her friend about Rio at track practice.
Guess who showed up in my business class?
Weird way to warm up for a sport involving your legs, but okay. The track coach announces that there will be weekly drug tests for the rest of the season. That definitely won't come back as a major plot point. Cut to Rio and Jake are doing some boxing at the gym that Rio's wife owns, and Rio complains about the fact that Tori is paying for him to go to school.
Yeah, because that's what every man wants. A student loan from the woman they love.
Shit, I wouldn't mind that at all. Elysium and Rio run into each other at school again, and at this point, the movie starts to get very uncomfortable to watch.
Oh, you're a good person and you look good. That's annoying.
You're the one that talks. Anyway,
this movie is poisoning me. The two have a little race in the hallway that unfortunately does not result in someone tripping and eating shit. And then this movie proceeds to punish us with more cringy flirting. This nigga looking at her the way children look at tiny swallowable objects. This nigga looking at her the way Kendrick looked at the camera when he said, "Sick Drake." Anyway, the two trade some hand germs and they go their separate ways. Later that night, Tori and Rio are going on a date, and who do they ask to watch Gunner? Yep, you guessed it, Elysium.
Oh, and in case you need it, there's a key under the frog out front. Oh, just give you the code. It's 8653. Got that?
How about you give her your credit card and social security number while you're at it? After they leave, Gunner says he wants to show Elysium something. Yo, imagine he just like shows her a gun or something. Like, wouldn't that be crazy? Like, imagine if he just, yo, what the fuck? How to impress a girl in 3 steps. Step 1, show her a firearm. I mean, it makes sense. His name is Gunner after all. Elysium tells Gunner to put the gun back, and later Gunner's mom, Mira, comes to pick him up. Gunner mama kinda, I don't know. I mean, she ain't, you know what I'm saying? Tori is about to go on a business trip out of town, and before she leaves, she gives Rio a debit card. And he's complaining?
Why do I need a new debit card?
I just opened up a separate checking account for your spending money.
You just handed me a card with an allowance like I'm a teenager.
Apparently, he's too cool to have a sugar mama. With Tori out of town and Gunner at his mom's house, Rio has the crib to himself.
The quarterback fakes a throw left.
Yeah, take him out.
Watching football while wearing a baseball jersey, which is blank, might I add, this has to be illegal. My name's Rio and I'm upset because I have a pretty wife that gives me money. While Elysium is on a run, she feels she's being chased by a hooded man again. This girl has horrible running form for someone who has a scholarship for track. She goes to Rio's house looking for help. Wait, aren't they neighbors? You telling me she went to this nigga's house instead of just going home? It turns out the guy following Elysium was her ex-boyfriend on a late night stroll, but she's still shaken up, so she convinces Rio to let her stay the night. And instead of letting her sleep in a guest room, which I'm sure exists if they have a shower in their backyard, or even letting her sleep in his son's room, Rio tells her to sleep in his bed. Yes, this is going exactly where you think it's going.
No. Wait.
Elysium wakes up to a regretful Rio telling her last night was a mistake and they should never hook up again, and then he kicks her out. Elysium talks to her friend about what happened and she's going off the delusional deep end at this point.
Knight in shining armor.
He's literally my soulmate. Like, how else do you explain this?
Soulmate? Yeah, this girl's cooked. Elysium starts popping up at random times trying to convince Rio that they're meant for each other. Wait, you thought Rio was the predator? Oh, nah, she got issues. This girl's crazy. Did you think all that trauma was just gonna make her a better person or something? Elysium's mental games are starting to take a toll on Rio, and he isn't dealing with it well. Me when y'all don't like, comment, and subscribe. Rio confesses to Jake that he had an affair, and Jake gives him some brotherly advice.
Figure this shit out.
Wise words. Rio confronts Elysium in the locker room and tries to bribe her to keep her quiet, but of course she says no.
Hey, I'm gonna go down to the water and get some sun. You wanna join?
I wish I could, but I'm studying.
This girl's fucking cuckoo. Elysium starts stalking Rio's house and lets herself in when no one is home, thanks to Tori giving her the codes. After planting some damning evidence against Rio in the form of underwear and a few sprays of perfume, she leaves. Elysium continues to stalk Rio, and this dude already on to the next girl. This nigga couldn't do online classes? Like, clearly being around college girls is a problem for this man. After seeing Rio study with another girl, Elysium decides to be very mature and level-headed. And by that, I mean going complete apeshit on Rio's car. You telling me nobody's around to see this? Watch this turn out to be someone else's car. There's some random ass nigga in student debt right now who just got dumped by his girlfriend. And now he's got to deal with this shit. Rio is obviously angry about this and goes to Elysium's house to talk to her, but Elysium's aunt answers the door instead. She asks why Rio would think Elysium would do such a thing, and of course Rio can't tell her, so he just leaves. Later that night, Rio and Tori go on a double date with Jake, and Rio is unaware that Tori set Jake up with Elysium.
Oh, hell no, man.
Rio tries to escape the situation by asking Jake to come to the bathroom with him.
Jake, I'm gonna go to the restroom. You wanna go with me?
What you want me to do? Take it out and hold it? He's out of line, but he's right.
After what I assume was a very awkward date, Jake takes Elysium back to his place. This nigga's about to become Eskimo bros with his actual bro. While Jake and Elysium are hooking up, Elysium accidentally says Rio's name, so Jake kicks her out. The next day, Rio and Tori get an unexpected visit from Gunner's mom. Rio questions why she didn't pick up Gunner from school, and Mira says he wasn't there when she went to get him, meaning Gunner is missing. Rio, Tori, and Mira look for Gunner everywhere. After failing to find Gunner, the three of them sit in the living room defeated. But all of a sudden, a happy Gunner returns home with Elysium, who falsely claims that Rio told her to get him from school. Even though Rio denies this claim, Mira is not happy and takes Gunner. Rio feels it's time to get some revenge on Elysium, and he and Jake come up with a plan that would make Bill Cosby proud. They drug her. How? I do not know. With what drug? I also don't know. The movie just felt the need to leave these details out. Anyway, Elysium, of course, gets called into her coach's office after she failed the drug test, and she gets kicked off the team. Remember when I told y'all to remember what event Elysium did? 100-meter dash, right? So why did her coach say this?
You're the only high jumper I've got. Well, did have.
Man, this is one consistent movie, huh? Elysium already knows the drugs were Rio's doing, so she confronts him and breaks some big news.
Tell Gunner he's gonna be a big brother.
Oh, no.
Jake tries to reassure Rio that Elysium could be lying and offers to steal her lab report from school to see the test results. Don't even ask me how he's gonna do that. Elysium breaks into Rio's house once again and rigs some shelves in the shed to fall when someone opens the door. But Jake coincidentally comes to drop off Elysium's lab reports while she's leaving, and he catches her. Jake looks for Rio in the shed thinking Elysium has done something to him, and the rigged shelves fall onto Jake, killing him. While Rio and Tori talk in the kitchen later that night, Tori notices the shed is open and finds Jake's body. Y'all didn't see this nigga's body the whole time y'all were home? Like, it's dark outside now. Rio and Tori put Gunnar to bed, and Gunnar asked them to check under both his bed and their bed for monsters for some reason.
All clear, Gunnar.
He's not in the room with you. You don't actually have to check. While checking under her and Rio's bed, Tori finds the underwear that Elysium planted, and she goes off on this man.
Stop lying to me, Rio. Hear it. You know what? I defended you.
I know she did.
Are you serious right now?
One time it was.
Is that supposed to make it better for me, Rio? I've been paying your way through school. I've been helping you raise your child.
I ain't gonna lie. For a Tubi movie, she acting her ass off. Tori leaves Rio, which is understandable, I guess.
I deserve better. I deserve better than you. I deserve better. I deserve better.
I might be looking too deep into this, but I feel like she deserves better. While Rio goes to sleep, Elysium goes in this nigga's house once again and equips herself with the gun that Gunnar had previously shown her when she was babysitting. She goes into Rio's room and aims it at him, but it turns out Rio was just having a nightmare. Or was he? The next day, while Rio and Gunnar are having breakfast, they get an unexpected knock on the door from CPS. They say that they were given a tip that there was a dangerous weapon in Gunnar's room, and when they go check, they find the gun under his bed. Yo, this girl is a Hall of Fame homewrecker. Rio denies that he would ever keep a gun in his son's room, but obviously CPS doesn't believe him, so Mira gets full custody.
Listen to me. Mira, would you listen to anybody? Listen to me.
It's not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Me when y'all still ain't like, comment, and subscribe. Rio finds Elysium's lab results that Jake probably dropped after being swanton bombed by some shelves, and it turns out Elysium isn't actually pregnant. After Rio finds this out, he snaps and bursts in Elysium's house, threatening her with a gun. Rio tells Elysium to admit everything she made up and lied about to ruin his life, and Tori, who came by the house to get her things, overhears the commotion next door. After talking Rio down from using Elysium as target practice, Tori tells her to run, and Rio gives chase. Tori follows after them. Elysium's aunt, who happens to be driving by, gets distracted when seeing Rio chase Elysium down the street. Distracted auntie ends up hitting Tori, who honestly should have been looking both ways. In the end, Rio goes to jail. Elysium somehow gets away with everything, and she visits her dad's grave after successfully ruining Rio's life. You know, people who miss their dead relatives usually just go to therapy. Just saying.